What's going on, everybody? As you can see, my voice is still the same. It's probably been like 4 days, maybe. Yeah, I think like 4 days now, and I don't think I'm sick, but I definitely have like a sore throat. Well, I'm a little not sick, but I still get snot, mucus, and stuff. And I don't know why I'm telling you that, but I'm just clearing up the fact that my voice still sounds like this. So, I just want to make this a short video because I'm a little behind as far as uploading my daily video blogs. So, September 11th just passed yesterday. So, it sucks to hear that all those people's lives got lost. But then let's not forget the fact that a lot more people's lives are getting lost due to just that little incident happening. And I say little because it's very little compared to the whole wars over there in the Middle East and stuff like that, which in my opinion doesn't justify, that attack on us. But, I can get more into the whole 9/11 stuff, but I don't want to, and because I always have a lot to say, and there's more to that story than what's shown to the public. Let's just say that. And so I don't think we should keep having these memorials every year. I think it's about that time. Okay, we understand the terrorist attack happened. Things happen every day. Why are we still remembering such a tragic event? You understand? Kind of like the whole, event with Jesus Christ. He was crucified on a cross. Like, why are you guys still remembering such a tragic event? I don't understand that. I never understood the logic behind that, And, they say things like Jesus Christ died on the cross for our sins and stuff like that. But, personally, I'm not into religion. And if I am into religion, it's only because I would actually want to read the Bible to see what I get out of it. And truthfully speaking, just throwing a number out there, but, I couldn't be that off. I would say like about, at least 80% of religious people don't even read the Bible. And, you might be one watching right now considering yourself to be religious, Catholic, Christian, whatever, But be honest with yourself and think about, have you actually read the Bible? And, that's a majority of people, so I don't understand why people believe in something that they haven't even read for themselves. Now, me personally, growing up, I always felt there was something missing or there was more to what was being told to me. I always like to ask questions, which is why I'm constantly learning, because every time you learn something, you have a new question, and then you find something else out. And then on top of that, you keep learning, and then you have another question. And then you start seeing things start connecting with each other. So, going back, there's more to religion than what a majority of people think. And I want people to understand that when they speak about the Bible, they say that the Bible is the greatest story ever told. Alright? It's not like it's the greatest, it's a book of facts, it's not, it's all metaphors and stuff like that. And a majority of it is actually astrological, whether you want to believe it or not. I apologize if I offend anybody. My mom, she's very religious. My grandma used to be very religious. A lot of my family in Colombia is very religious. We go to church every Sunday, and I never liked going to church, so, I was just kind of like that one person that, stuck out of everybody, the one that's just just listening, but, just being still. I'm just checking the time. I don't want to take up the whole 20 minutes again. Um, but, if you actually like me sitting talking for 20 minutes, then you can let me know, and I don't mind doing it. But going back, religion's very, well, not religion, but the Bible itself is very astrological. They speak about Jesus and the 12 disciples, and then Jesus being the Son of God. That going back to astrology, it refers to Jesus being an actual sun, the sun itself. That's a representation of Jesus. And also another representation of Jesus is Pisces. This whole 2012 stuff, it was all astrological, the whole Mayan calendar and stuff, and it's because the age of Pisces was finishing, and now we're at the age of Aquarius. So the whole 2012 event was the end of an age, and that's what the Bible talks about, was like the end of the world. They really mean the end of an age when they speak about the age of Pisces. And as you can see, Jesus is always represented as a fish. You see the little fish symbols on people's cars, and it says Jesus on it. Also, he was a great fisherman. So much information, I get sidetracked and lost that I had to go into my encyclopedia and, continue what's next. But, the whole 12 disciples, that can mean many things. Like I said, it's astrological, so it could mean 12 constellations, the 12 months of the year. Orion's belt, which is like the three kings, the Virgin Mary, which is Virgo, and I can keep going on with this stuff. And it's good to follow certain things in religion. Be nice to other people and stuff like that. But I never understood, why can't we have heaven on earth? Why can't this be heaven? Why do we have to die in order for us to achieve heaven? Why do we have to suffer? But at the same time, it all depends on whose world or what world we're living in. Now, I can see this world a whole lot more different than you. And, my world can be very peaceful and happy and stuff like that, because I'm in that frequency. But you can see it as violent and, wars going on and stuff like that, and it letting affect you. And, I forgot what I was talking about. And it's also because I have my other video blog playing right now on my TV. So I'm kind of listening to myself subconsciously. Hold on a second. Sorry. Alright, so I'm 8 minutes in. And, going back to what I was originally talking about, which is 9/11. I could say a lot about that, but I won't get into that because I don't want to offend any more people. I don't like to talk about religion, but I also like to spread information as well. So you could take it however you want, and it wasn't my intent to offend you at all. If you believe in Jesus and if you believe in God and stuff like that, perfect, I mean, I'm not saying I don't believe in God. I do believe in God. But I don't believe in an old white man in the clouds, That's just not, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's not very it's not logical. And, so 9/11, I can go further with that, but I'll keep it at that. And, rest in peace to all those lives that were lost. And, rest in peace to all the children and women and, civilians, people in general, even terrorists and stuff like that. Rest in peace to all those people as well out in Iraq and Afghanistan and Syria and all the stuff that's happening in the world right now. I don't really follow the news or anything, but I hear about this stuff, and it's none of our business to be in anybody else's stuff, anybody else's country, and us being world police. It's not cool. The whole world is supposed to work in a big circle. you know. The whole structure of this world should be an actual circle instead of an actual pyramid. So the biggest pyramid scheme would be the way that this world is set up, with only 5% of the population having control, the most resources and stuff like that. And then, the middle class and the poor and all that stuff everybody's at the bottom working, So, that's a pyramid scheme right there, and you got to think about it. This world shouldn't be run like that. It should be run in the form of a circle where everything is equal amongst everybody, and there is no greed of power. And, no greed of power. And everybody shares with everybody. Everybody does a job, and it could be from anything as simple as, building tables and chairs to computers and all types of stuff. It's so the way that the world should work, like I said, is in the form of a circle where where everything is spread equally, And it's actually in this movie. It's a very trippy movie. I'd advise you to watch it. It's actually Heath Ledger's last movie, which is The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus, and that's actually one of my favorite movies ever. I think that movie is amazing, honestly. If you actually listen to the message that's behind that movie, you will learn so much, because there's so much hidden meaning behind that movie right there. And that's by far my favorite movie. And me, I'm not even a movie person, and I can't even sit through like an hour and a half movie. I'll fall asleep. But that movie right there is like 3 hours. I can sit through that whole movie like it's nothing. Like, that movie to me is like one of the greatest movies ever made. One of Heath Ledger's last movies before he ended up passing away and stuff. But yeah, the world should be run in a resource-based economy. And if you don't understand what a resource-based economy, which I feel we will head that day in the near future, and mark my words when I tell you this, but I believe that money eventually will die out, and we're going to need a new system that's going to have to take over this whole planet, and we all have to come together to our senses and learn that a resource-based economy is the way to go, and the way that works is just the way that the name goes, resource-based. But depends on everybody's resources. We share amongst everybody. Everybody has a different resource that they contribute to the world, and we all share with each other. And that's the way that the world will work in the near future, and I promise you that. You listen to me. Alright, and you can think I'm crazy, and that's fine. But I'm telling you right now, in order for this world to actually continue and for us to be successful as human beings, because I feel that the human race, we're all waking up, and we'll soon be ready for a new type of world. A world much more different than what you normally expect every day, where it's just, run on money, and we work, and you run on money, and you work, you pay bills, this, that, and, it's a waste of purpose. You know, I feel humans have much more purpose than to work and enslave ourselves for money. So, um, you know, we need to find what our real purpose is, and that is to evolve as humans, and also evolve this world. You know, change this world. And the way we evolve is in the word itself, and that word is love. You know, until we can find love for each other, whether it's you know, unconditional, which that's the type of love that we should have in the first place for everybody, unconditional love, and not just for everybody, for everything on this planet, meaning trees, plants, animals, all types of stuff. You know, when we stop killing our cattle and stop eating meat and stuff like that, and when we can learn that the proper nutrients and everything that we need is all found in plants, trees, and stuff like that, vegetables. And as long as we give gratitude and we show love to each other and we show love to the world, and we give thanks for this plant and we give thanks for this apple and fruit and stuff like that, then this world will definitely evolve. I'm telling you that. But for now, we can sit back and we can waste our time watching TVs, and we can sit back and we can waste our time, you know, going to clubs, popping bottles, and, you know, that stuff is not fun, honestly. Like, I don't see the point of drinking, and then the next day you wake up feeling like shit so you can throw up, you know? I don't understand that. I seriously don't see the logic behind that, and that's something that this world needs. At least that's something that a lot of people need, as far as, you know, people that are not, you know, are not awakening in that sense of logic. You know, make some sense out of things. You know, that stuff makes no sense. You're killing your liver, you're killing yourself, you're making yourself look older. You know, I drive on the streets, I see people throwing up, like, you know, Friday night or something, and I'm just like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? Like, what's the point of drinking if you're gonna be on the streets throwing up, looking like a fool out there, you know? So I never got the point of that. So you can tell I'm not a fan of drinking. You know, I might drink some wine just to, you know, try it out, because wine is at least a little more healthy. So yeah. I'll end it there. I feel like I've spoken a little too much. I almost hit 20 minutes, but, you know, if you sat through this whole thing, I think that's pretty awesome of you, and you actually want to learn more. So I thank you, and you enjoy the rest of your day or night.